Welcome, Wolfpack. If you can even hear me, let us know that. Let us know the mic's coming through loud and clear. It should be this one here. I'm rustling. Just let me know live in the chat if that's what you are hearing. Welcome everyone. I'm just going to try and pull up the chat once people have got here. Here we go. Hello everyone. Welcome peeps. Evening. Happy New Year. There he is. Let us know if hey, Amanda Shale in the house, Antonia in the house. Great to see you. Let me know you can hear me okay through the correct microphone. Otherwise, I could be talking to nobody. No one could hear me. All okay. 5x5. Good. Thank you very much for letting us know. So, well, here we are. The closing off of, let me just crank the brightness of my screen up. The closing off of 2024 is what we're here for, and we're going to be talking about all sorts tonight, really. So you know, this is what we got going on. Got me iPad with us, so I'll be showing you a whole bunch of stuff as we go. We're down at the pond again. This time I've got the Kelly kettle with me. I'll tell you what, I don't know if we've got enough wood. Here we go with the lewd comments. But why I did start getting the I don't actually have a cup of tea with me, but what I'd like to do today as well as a double trial is like a live survival gear review, right? So while we're doing tonight, I've done loads of reviews of my Kelly kettle. There's one on my channel. The wind is picking up a little bit. There is, wood is good, says Daily Survival. I knew they'd start coming in. Please hit the like button if you haven't done already. It does help the show and the channel. Please do share this video on your social media. Get your friends along as well if they're doing nothing tonight. It's a bit of a nothing night, isn't it? So this was from Sigma Prepper Jr. as a Christmas gift. This is like a soup food kind of flask thing, yeah, which is pretty cool. And I'd like to try it out today. So you can see it's even got its own little spoon. It's proper thermos and stuff, yeah, thermos brand. And you've got a little spoon, folding spoon on the top. And it's essentially, it's stainless steel, but it's double walled insulated, right? So what I'm thinking is that this is actually going to make a better teacup. I didn't even bring my Kelly kettle normal stainless steel cup I'd bring. So I'm going to be trying this, and this fits exactly the same amount of juice as the official Sigma Prepper Mega Mug, yeah, which is 20 ounces. So yeah, it's about 500 milliliters, half a liter this is. Now you're supposed to put, like, I say you're supposed to put, you can put things like soups and foods in here, but the idea is because it's insulated, I'm going to make my tea in here, because it's going to take quite a lot of effort and energy to create each boil from the Kelly kettle. Ideally, I could have done with not having the Kelly kettle full of water to begin with. It's full to the brim, so it's like 1.2 litres. I've got another 1 point something litres because I've got a clean canteen as well. Here it is. So I've got extra water here in the... Oh, got a bit of thread on there. Got my clean canteen, which is 40 ounces, right? So that's about 1.2 litres in there of, this is clean Berkey water that I've brought with me. I'm not filtering it out of the pond or the lake today. So I've got spare water. I also, here's the Kelly kettle. So I also filled this up to the brim. This is 1.2 litres itself, the Kelly kettle. And so I'm going to be boiling the water in here, and then I'm going to be making my tea in here, and then in between sips I can then put this lid back on, and then it's going to last a lot longer and stay warm, because it is about maybe 6 degrees centigrade out here. Daily Survival, moderator of all moderators, or someone else will put in the chat what 6 degrees centigrade is in Fahrenheit. So it's not freezing like it was last time we were here for the Alien Invasion special. So I've also got my whistle stopper. This is the bung which bungs it up completely. So this is where basically during transit, this is full, this is completely full of water, right? And I've got my whistle stop as well, stopper, which I'll put on once it's on the fire. You shouldn't have this stopper on when you're actually boiling the water, because it's going to be, it will get gases expanding it and then explode essentially, so don't be doing that. Good to see you, Robert McNamara. There with you, Spirit, while I'm eating hot chicken and dumplings, says Robert. And love out to Maya as well and the family. Didn't Maya have a new achievement today, Robert? I heard through the grapevine. 42 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you, Days of Survival. Really appreciate that. So this is going to be how we get rocking. I will show you. I have started to get some wood cut before the show, and I realised that that's going to be a bit boring for people watching me cutting up wood. Yeah. Good tip on stopper. Yeah, do you know, I had to pay extra, you know, optional extra for the whistle stopper. The orange bung you get with it typically, and then the orange stopper, the green whistle stopper you have to buy. I think that was about $10 or something off Amazon. But the only other modification, the other modification I've done is that usually it comes on a real nasty chain. Yeah, it's like attached with a really horrible chain, and this is what you use to pour it as well, right? So you don't have to touch the hot metal, you can pour it with this. But I've changed this out instead of a chain, which is really rattly when you're being stealthy in that, when I'm traveling or when I'm doing the solo bushcraft, and I want to be stealth. I've changed this for silicone, like silicone kind of hose, right? It's real nice stuff, and it's obviously heat proof being silicone. And I've heat shrinked with some metal, wrapping it round in a loop, right? So that's how I've done that. It's much better than the chain that you get with it. It's so rattly and nasty, it's not even funny, and the chain always seems to get tangled up. So that's the plan then. And I'm keen to get, oh, Scarlett was it, who is 6 years old, says Robert, not Maya. What did she do? Something to do with an air rifle for this first time, I think, wasn't it? Can you hear the wind, by the way? Windy ear. Oh, windy ear. Is that yes from Tracy? You can hear the wind. UK Urban Prepper in the house. Still not well. Just popped in to say hi. Lovely to see you, man. Happy New Year. If I don't see you tomorrow for the live show. Yes, can hear wind. Oh no. That must be well annoying. I do apologise. Are we running even off the right microphone? I hope so. It should be. Is it this one if I rustle it? Yeah, let us know that's the right microphone, because it should be far more windproof than the actual mics on the phone, the camera phone that I'm using. Oh, we got a lighting crisis. Okay, I think we're fixed. She was the first to hit the cans we had set up. Brilliant, Robert. I hope the wind's not too bad. Hey, happy limpet in the house. So I'll tell you what, because the wind is picking up, I am keen to get this Kelly kettle boiling. So what I'm going to have to do, here's the plan. I'm going to turn you around so you can see what's going on with the Kelly kettle. That's the plan, right? And then I'm going to get that fire going, because I'll tell you what, if the wind picks up anymore, I'm going to struggle to get the fire going. So I've got my fire lighting thing here, right? This is out of my bug out bag. I didn't bring my whole bug out bag. I've got a Red Ranger band on there just to keep it shut. This is somewhat waterproof. I wouldn't bet my life on it being waterproof, but it's kind of splash proof at least, which is all I need. I've got these key rings as well, which is a little LED. When you screw it in, it's like a little LED red light, so you can help see in the dark. And of course it doesn't remove your night vision by using red light rather than white light. Your irises don't close up under red light. So it's pretty basic kit in here. We've got some fat wood here in case I struggle getting the fire going. I don't like using fat wood, to be honest, because it's quite dirty. When it burns, it leaves like a black residue. So I tend to try and avoid that. And then in here I've got some wax twine that we will be using, and a couple of stormproof matches, which are really nasty. Those burn for ages. I've also got some telescopic bellows, yeah. So I can blow in your ear. So if I need to get the fire going with that, I can. And there's a few other bits and pieces in there. There's things like a wooden dowel, there's a pencil sharpener here, yeah. And I've got several pieces of wooden dowel, which is waxed dowel, to keep it waterproof. And you can use a pencil sharpener and you get some nice tinder from that as well, right? And some other random things like some silicone tube, and in there are some Zippo flints, you know, just clipper or Zippo flints in there. And then this is what the storm matches look like. Look at the size of them. Basically, this whole orange bit here is the ignition. It's like, it goes for about 30 seconds, right? And to be honest, you don't want to be near it when it's going. It's like properly gnarly, and it absolutely stinks. And the amount of smoke that bellows out of it is not even funny. Thank you to our previous super chatterers, by the way. I can't see it. Usually I'd have on this side here, or wherever it would be, I'd have my thing up there to show the super chats, but I'll be able to see if anyone does a super chat. But in terms of being able to show previous super chats from the other night, thank you so much for helping to keep the lights on and the internet connected. I really couldn't do it without you, so it was lovely to see you all the other day. Thank you to all our YouTube members as well. Your names, thank you very much to Full of Hope, who gifted about 10 memberships just the other day. So if you're noticing your name is green and you can do all sorts of new fancy emojis, custom emojis, then wrong mic. Are you saying that the mic's coming off the I've just said Sandy say wrong mic. That's annoying. That's why you can hear the wind noise. Let me try unplugging it from here and plugging it in. Sorry, everyone. Okay, how's that? Let me know if this is now the correct microphone. 1, 2, Russell. Russell. God, I'm so gasping for a cup of tea, it's not even funny. Is it better now? You shouldn't hear any wind noise. It took ages to be able to find out it was the wrong microphone. Is the delay really bad, is it? Let me know if we're on the right microphone now. Correct mic now. Oh, at long last. Excellent. So here we go. I'm going to get a piece of this waxed twine out, right, and we're going to use this to feed the fire into the Kelly kettle, because I am so gagging for a cup of tea, it's not even funny. We've got to boil the water up yet. Thank you, lovely light in the background. You know, the Patreon members, the VIP patrons, thank you to you. What I was able to buy this month that arrived 3 days ago is the new light I've got up here, meaning I can go back to having both lights in the background. This is a much better face light that I'm using, which is another one of the ones in the background that do the RGB. This one I've just got set to warm white, and it's much better than the bigger light I bring with me, so this is a much better setup now. And we're sort of prototyping the new Live in the Woods lighting setup, as well as prototyping my new, courtesy of Sigma Prepper Junior, thank you Xavier, for my Christmas gift, my thermos miniature flask meal thermal, which is now my teacup essentially. So what I'm going to do is get this back in here in my fire kit. Hey, Kaz are in the house. Tracy J, good to see you, my darling. You know, if I could gift you a membership, I would, Tracy. The thing is that when somebody gifts YouTube memberships to people, you can't decide who they get gifted to. It's literally random, right? And there's actually quite a few people that are brand new to the channel, and other people that are been here for a while. So I like to ruffle up the end of the because it's windy, I don't think I have got my flint strike with me. I was going to do flint strike, but because the wind's picked up so bad, I'm not sure it's going to be a good idea to mess about. But either way, what we need to do is to turn you around. Right now we know we're on the right microphone, right? We need to turn you around, right? Let me do a little bit of switcheroo, right? Okay, and so now we've got light, and so what I need to do is loosen that one. Let's pop you around here, and then there we go. So if I keep you about there, I just gotta hope you don't I gotta hope you don't fall. Oh dear. Right, let me know you can hear okay. So this is our setup. This is how we're going to be doing. Is the other piece of wood in the shot? It is. Okay, so I'm a little bit I don't know if we're alright for the light here, are we? It's a bit dark, but I think we'll be alright. Now it is, I'll tell you what, this wind is properly picking up. So what you'll see here is I've already set this one up, look, before we was waiting to go live. And this is the hole here on the side of the Kettle base. So this is where we make the fire in there, right? You see I've done some curls already, some feather sticks. I've got a few bits of tinder in there to start things off with. And then I'll be feeding this in here, yeah, and getting this kindling I've made here with the feather sticks with my knife, getting that going, and then I'll feed some of these bigger pieces in through the top of the Kettle basically once we get it going. So that's the idea. But I am going to, just for a laugh, I'm going to try and ferrocerium rod ignite this in the wind, just as an extra challenge, right? Just because we can. So the wind seems to be coming this way, so the hole really needs to be the other side, but we'll worry about that once we've got it lit. So I need to get my knife out. So you know what the microphone should sound like now, so do let me know if you suddenly hear it change to the internal mic. We'll need to switch it back. Yeah, this wind's really picking up. Let me just make sure everything's okay with you guys. Just check the live chat. It's lovely to see you with us. Please hit the like button if you haven't done already. It does help the show. Please do share it on your social media as well. Get your friends along. Join in live in the woods. Christmas Eve before Christmas Eve. We'll be calling Christmas Eve when it's midnight here. And then once we've got my tea made, we'll be looking through all the stuff. Sorry, I'm knocking the phone because I'm going through everyone's chat messages. Thank you everyone for being with us live in the chat. And please do vote as well. We've got a live poll going. A live poll. Right, so here we go then. This is my little base here. I think what we'll do, right, this is the plan. This is my Gerber serrated bushcraft knife that I use as my go-to for everything. I haven't actually brought my axe today. Instead, I bought pieces that started off like quite well, much fatter than that, and I've just used my knife and battened it down. But the problem I've got is I don't have a big fat bit of wood. I was using this lame piece of wood to batten down, so it's going to be a real struggle. I did look on the way here, but I couldn't find one. So are we ready then? Let's do it. Let's get this lit. Look, we'll try and do it with a ferrocerium rod, flint strike. There's no guarantees because, like I say, it's super windy right now, as you can probably hear. So I'm just going to build up some of the ferrocerium onto the end of that wax twine. Just going to move my knife there. Nice old bit on there, look. And then when I'm ready, oh, no. Let's have another go. Yeah, it's pretty windy. We might be able to get it going, we'll see. We'll see. It's actually quite difficult to see what I'm doing as well. I could do with my head torch, but it might overexpose it for you. But by building up your little particles onto the end of the wax twine there. Oh. Nah, I don't think she's going to take. If I move back here, I'll be out of the wind, but it's literally we'll give it one last go, and if not, we'll just light it and get in, because I'm getting super thirsty. I don't know about you. So let's try that again. We'll build some up onto it. And it also flicks itself up on it. Here we go. We weren't going to be beaten by it. Let that get going a bit. Let's get her in there. Try and get it right underneath. I think I might. Let's get the hole towards. Try and clear the weight. Get a few bits in there to get it started. Hopefully we're going to have enough going. I hope you can see okay there. Right, let's leave that for a little bit to start going. Welcome everybody. Please hit the like button to celebrate me getting it going with a ferrocerium flint strike and nothing else when it's windy. That's got to be worth a like, surely. Third time lucky or whatever it was. Oh, right. Gonna have a celebratory. You know what? We need to set the. What do you call it up as well? And we also need to take the bung off and put the whistle stopper on instead. And you see it has actually got a direction, yeah, and it tells you which way it should be pointing down, right? So that it doesn't basically blast up into your face. And this is just the stopper, so we're going to take the stopper and just put it to one side. So there's not an awful lot of fuel in there. It should be all right, but let us know what you think of my beautiful Kelly kettle. Libra Stella in the house. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. Hope you voted in the live poll. I hope the audio is still okay. We don't want to use more fuel than we need, because we're not going to have enough. We won't have enough for another cup of tea. Talking of which, I need to. I hope the microphone's still all right. I haven't knocked it out. Scotland is my favourite place in the world, says Antonia. Never been there. I'd love to. Definitely. Thank you all so very much for being with us. Don't forget, we're doing a monster live tomorrow for New Year's Eve. I've got a feeling there's enough fuel in there to keep that going. So what I'm going to do, it's a shame this chair's so close actually. I might move this back. Right, just bear with me. Just going to move this here like that. There we go. And then what I need to do is we need to set my tea up basically. Now, I've got my usual, let's put the iPad up here I think. That's my, this is wood here is really nice for doing feather sticks. So I'm going to do a feather stick out of that for the next cup of tea if we've got time. Here's my tea box here, look, where I've got the, I like to use sugar cubes, so if they fall out I can just pick them back up rather than leaving grains of sugar everywhere. I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to go 4, maybe 5, yeah. And we'll shove them in there. Don't forget we're using my thermos, it's like a meal flask thing, yeah. I think it's about 500 millilitres when I measured it, about 20 ounces, same as my mega mug, the official Sigma Prepper mega mug. And we're going to shove 2 tea bags in there. pop the lid back on. It's all sealed as well, so we don't get any bugs or anything coming over it. Got a tea cloth here just in case. Right, I've got my titanium spork, which we'll use to stir. And then here is another stainless steel flask I've had for quite a while. This actually I use as a hot water bottle on my bushcraft camps. It's beautiful because this is single walled, and this is good because you can hang it on a fire, right? But you can use a fish mouth spreader in there. So in here I've got milk, right? But this isn't insulated, this is single walled, so it means you can put it on a fire. But I also use this, I put hot water in here at night time when I'm on a solo bushcraft camp, and I put my camping sock. This is perfect size for a camping sock, and it's like a really nice hot water bottle in the sleeping bag. Little tip there, you get a nice one like that. Just checking out the people's chat messages. I don't think we're going to need to put any more in there. Put it on the fire, they burn well. Sugar is a good emergency lighting solution, says Flat Cap Gaming. Great to see you, my man. As it melts, it sticks and burns nicely. Nice cup of diabetes, says UK Urban Prepper. Love to you, my man. I hope you and the family are well. Never been north of Newcastle. You ain't, you know, my son's been to Scotland with the Army Cadets. And Wales. I've not been to Wales really officially either. So let's get some. See, if I put my spoon in, right? If I put my spoon in the cup, then I'll know basically how to judge how much milk should be in there. I think that's going to start boiling in a minute. So that looks alright. So I've got that in there, got some milk in there, look. Got them 5 sugar cubes plus 2 tea bags, right? And get some water in there. We're in Bidney! Bidney! So that's my little camping, this thing here is like my camping cutting. It's designed for camping. Little cutting board, and one side it's got an impression of vegetables, the other side it's got an impression of meat, so you can keep it separate when you're on your camp. Cut your vegetables on one side, and then here this is usually what fits inside the chimney of the Kettle during transit, which has just got the other bits and pieces. Usually I have the orange bung in here as well, but this is a little foldable titanium spork. This is like a little handle for the bits and pieces you get with it, and I've got more bellows in here. These bellows, telescopic bellows, I've put silicone tube on there. This is a bit of cooking oil. These are actually designed for vape juice, and this is washing up liquid. So that's about it in there. Should be getting some whistling going on soon. Hey? Definitely. Definitely. We're going to have a yummy fresh cup of tea. I've got my head torch as well, but I think we're looking all right with just this light we've got going. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's looking good. Thank you everyone for being with me. And it's rumbling already. She's a rumbling. Better get ready to I assume the audio is all right still. Meaty boy in the house, great to see you, Meaty boy. Band again as well. Doncaster is the most north I've been. I think, well, despite being to 42 countries, there's so many places in England I haven't been, ironically. Yeah, I haven't been to Scotland, we'd really like to. Been to Nottingham, Derby. I used to have executive sales meetings once a month in Derby somewhere. Here we go. She's a boiling. And there we have it. So that wasn't too bad. How many minutes was that? Who's been counting how many minutes that was? But that's 1.2 litres, right? This isn't like some small little thing. And it's just literally a few bits of wood, look. Beautiful. Right, so the key now The key now is to pour that in there, but I don't really want to get water anywhere, so I'm going to do it around here. Sorry. 5 minutes, says Band again, which is pretty good when you're in the woods and it's pretty cold, the ambient temperature and that. All right, let's get this over here. I'm just going to pour this in here. I don't know if you can see it here, can you? To be honest, I'd probably do well. Oh, you can see it down there. I'd probably do well to I can just tell everyone's anticipation of it falling over. Thank you everyone for being with us. I'm tempted to keep that on there if I can get that little bit of wood out of the way. Hold on. And then I can keep the water warm. Looks nice with my cup of tea steaming away there, doesn't it? Right, so let's just get this out of the way. And I think we'll pop that back on there. And we'll just keep that, we might as well keep that going, right? And then we won't take us much to get it back up and running again when it's time. So let's get ourselves set back up to how we were. Whoop. Right, don't worry. We're just turning around. Right. Back in the house. Back in the house. Right, let me know we're on the right microphone. Of course it's dark, it's nearly midnight, goddammit. What time is it? It's about 11:30, isn't it? 11:30. Can you see all right? Is the microphone okay? Just let me know this is the right microphone. Ruffle, ruffle. Sorry for those with headphones. Ah, man. Right. So, what do you think of the Kelly kettle then? Do you know why it's my best friend for bushcraft camping? All good, thank you everyone. Nelly in the house as well. Great to see you, Yorkshire Pud. Deeply what? Deeply offended tea drinkers after seeing you put the milk in first. Dude, you got to be doing the milk in first. Yeah. This is looking all right so far. This is obviously me testing my new thermos mug, right? Which is insulated. But to be honest, because of the way this goes down below the thread, look, can you see how full up I've done my tea? Because I might as well, right? Because otherwise I've got to boil that back up again and it's going to take a whole bunch of wood. And you can see how much wood I've got left. I was hoping to do 3 boils. But to be honest, I don't think I won't fill it right back up next time. That was a full 1.2 litres, so there's still going to be like 600 litres. 600 litres? Well, sort it out. 1.2 litres in the Kelly Kettle Scout, that is, the Kelly Kettle Scout, right? 1.2 litres. This is about 500 I've taken out of it. It was pretty much brimming when I took it from home. I filled it up with Berkey water. Jonathan Hayes in the house, great to see you. Lovely to have you with us, Jonathan. I hope you're well, my man. Love to you and the family, whatever you did on Christmas Day. Chris is with us as well. I've got the biggest one. Isn't that the base camp, is it, Chris? The base camp one. I've got a great video on my channel actually, Chris, of me doing a review of it, all the little mods I've done and things, and it's getting there, look. It's getting there. See, this is how you get a builder's brew. By having, and you put the milk in first, you see. The reason you do that is because if you put boiling water straight onto coffee or boiling water straight onto a tea bag, you kill the flavour. Now that was told to me by a very posh guy in Greece who owned a coffee brand, and had been on those tea drinking, like wine tasting type things. Yeah, it was one of those posh trips, and that was where he learnt that. So I have a true story on the Kelly Kettle. What's your true story, Nelly? Great to see you, William Wonders. Kelly Kettle is ace. I use mine in work. Brilliant. I love mine, man. Every year, several times a year on bushcraft camp. And do you know, even when we used to do bushcraft camp with several friends of mine, there was about 4 of us at one point, and the Kelly Kettle Scout, which is the one I've got, I bought the ultimate kit, which comes with plates, saucers, bowls, frying pans, the griddle that goes on it to cook meat, plus the top mount, chimney mount to put soup and stuff on the top, as well as cooking water around the outside. If you buy the whole kit, it's about £100, about $120, $110 or something. But it's a great piece of kit, and it does fit in my 511 tactical, which is what my bug out bag is. My bug out bag is a 511 tactical Rush 72, the original Rush 72, not the nasty new version. Don't like the new version, as you can probably tell. Do you know what I didn't bring with me? Which is no drama, because I tell you what I did bring with me, and I just nearly spilt my flask and lost it on the floor then. Do you know what I didn't bring with me? I didn't bring a little rubbish bag for my tea bags. But I'll tell you why that's okay. So here we go then. First taste of my Kelly Kettle tea by the pond, with the sound of running water, some wildlife in the background. Love, peace and progress to the pack. Cheers everyone, thank you for joining me. Bottoms up. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the main marathon ultimate New Year's Eve live show. But until then, cheers everyone. Specimen cup of tea. So I'm gonna have to drink it down until I can put the lid on it. But you can see the steam running off it, can you? It's probably about 5 degrees now. I think it was getting down to about 5 by midnight, so we're nearly midnight now. Cheers Antonia, great to see you with us. I'm gonna put my spork down. Yeah, avoid aluminium. Yeah, I bought the stainless steel kit, the ultimate kit. How's the mic dealing with the wind noise, by the way? Is it much better now it's on the right microphone? Because it is really, the wind is getting up quite a bit. I don't know if you can hear it. Luckily, I do have my back to the wind. Cheers, everyone. I'm on Stella and whiskey, says Yorkshire, but at the same time. Do you know, is that Anonymous? Great to see you with us, Anonymous. Cheers, Kazza, my beautiful one. My favouriteest person in the whole of England, in London. I can't say England, sorry. Magic Hand's my favouriteest person in England. And obviously Sigma Prepper Jr. Thank you, Sigma Prepper Jr. for my Christmas present. Appreciate you, my man. What a top geezer. And I think that works out perfectly, because again, you see now I can put the flask lid on. Yeah, it's got this little camping spoon as well that comes on the top, which is pretty cool. It's not titanium or anything. It's got a weird folding mechanism thing to it, look. Right, this slides out to the side unusually. Like that, it's like a weird zigzag thing. Don't usually work. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong way around. It needs to be that way, look. You see, so you get this little spoon. I should have just used that. I didn't really need to bring my spork, did I? But sipping a gulp, I'm just seeing no wind at the moment. Oh wow, that's good. Can't hear the wind at all. Brilliant. And you know, I must thank, it's actually the Sigma Prepper VIP Patreon members that allowed me to buy this microphone last year, because it wasn't a cheap one. But for me to do my walk and talks, and for me to do like I'm doing now, to have an external microphone plugged in. I've got a radio mic set, it's very expensive from my media company, and it's so cumbersome with a radio mic, it's so overkill. For something like this, I've got like a iOS extension cable, yeah, And then I've got my microphone plugged into the iOS extension cable so I can be a bit further away. But yeah, thank you very much to the VIP Patreon members for Sig and Prepper, who all combined and contributed, allowed me to be able to fund getting a microphone. Clearly it's doing a great job, killing the wind, so great job. Super happy with that. Right, let's get the spoon back on the top of my flask. So I'm super pleased that our Kelly Kettle cooking escapades is working well. I'm tempted to just feel the side of that. Ow, shit. So yeah, it's still hot on there. The Kelly Kettle's still hot. I mean, there's probably embers in there still for a bit, but like I say, that wind is rushing into that hole so much. Oh, I tell you what, we've got a donut as well. That was what I was going to say about how it wasn't a major drama. It wasn't a major drama that we didn't have a rubbish bag, because I suddenly remembered that that's okay. I can't find it though. Oh, here we go. I just realised that I've got an alternative, which is this, my donut in here. So I've got a donut as well. This is my bugging out with a donut and a cup of tea on the Kelly Kettle. So I might eat that now and get it out of the way. I'm just checking the chat there. Thank you, Dave's Survival, keeping the chats flowing. Tracy J just went to door to see Milky, and oh my, snow, and it's sticking, which is surprising as we've had so much rain line water snow. Wow, Tracy J's got snow. I'm not sure which part of the country you're in. Just catching up with the chat, sorry. Tend to include one as small cabin heat source and stove, yeah. Tea causes wind, says Band again. Great to have you all with us. Thank you for joining us while I'm freezing. But can you eat it without licking your lips, says Polonium. Urban Harvesting in the house. What a superstar. Great to see you, man. Hope you are well. For your information, they need a fifth option on the quiz, Sig Prepper. Needed to add someone finding your homestead. Have you had someone find your homestead, Urban Harvesting? I hope not. Homer wants his donut back. Oh man, it's freezing cold. I tell you what, I might even have to put the old hoodie up, because I've got wind coming right in from the back. Do I look 2G with the hood up? I'll be getting 2G. Oh dear. Right, so let's see if we can eat the donut without licking my lips anyway. Cheers everyone. Yeah, these are good little containers, these ones. Snap lock jobs, or whatever they're called. But this is going to be my little rubbish bin for tea bags now. Is it 2G? I need a baseball cap on as well. We hardly get much snow in Missouri, says Robert, the last couple of years, but we have had weeks of below zero weather, nasty. Nearly there, saying she's suffering wind up the backside. Oh, sorry, wind up my back too. And I'm sitting on the sofa. Oh, Cynthia got a nod to my darling. Hello, beautiful. I hope you're well. Love to you. Cheers to my Cynthia Guaranota. This next bite is for you, Cynthia. Oh, we've hit jam. Houston, we've hit jam. Oh dear. Right, let's pop that down there. I'll put those tea bags in there in a minute. Need another sip of tea first. So let me know if you've got snow where you are, and if you're looking forward to it or not. I'm still working on, I've still got my the ultimate winter prepping guide, which will be a free book that I'm going to give everyone. I did a lot of work on that this week on the downtime. Sigma, can you make donuts on a campfire? I don't think I've ever tried. So you're quite near me, Antonia. Did you get your... Not yet, Cynthia. The post internationally at Christmas time is nasty, but thank you so very much if you sent me snail mail, because you know how much I love your artwork more than anything. So thank you so much, my darling. I'll let you know as soon as it arrives. Cheers, everyone. I need to have my tea rocking as well, don't I, really? But this isn't a very shielded... I haven't chosen a very shielded spot with, like, behind there is like a kind of like somewhat of an open field. Like behind you, I'm looking at the pond, right? Is there. Like 6 foot away is the edge of the pond. So I've got to be careful, because if someone... This is why I come down here at like 11, 12 o'clock at night, right? Because this is not a very popular walking path, but there are... I take my dog this way, Hugo, walking him around the pond, right? You have to go through some muddy stuff to get around here, so not everyone does, and you're quite out in the middle of nowhere to get to here. But there have been occasions where I've had other people come past here, but just not at night time, which is why I tend to set up here at night, because where the tripod is, where you're sitting right now, is kind of where the pathway is that people would have to walk past to go around the pond, or they'll fall in the pond, basically. So, Morayshire, not far from Elgin, and 40 miles from Inverness. Inverness sounds more familiar than anything else. I'm waiting to get a proper update from you, Urban Harvesting, right, in terms of what you've been up to with your homestead. For those who don't know, Urban Harvesting is a long-lived subscriber and friend of mine in Australia. And he's moved his family out into the middle of like a real cool homestead with like 30 odd acres of land. Am I making you hungry, Tracy? I'm sorry, my darling. I've got biscuits as well. I've got some cookies, which are actually a gift from Daily Survival, my moderator of all moderators, head of security. So, thank you, Daily Survival. I'll be dunking some of those biscuits into my tea. 39 likes, 54 watching. I know it's rude as you like as well. I wonder how many people have voted in the live poll as well versus how many watching right now. So please do vote live in the poll. I really appreciate it. So Daily Survival here saying supposed to have record cold temperatures. Like, do you know what? I saw reports on TikTok of people who follow nature saying and roughing it in the wild with donuts and biscuits. Do you know, surely, Nelly, I'm making up for it by like lighting my Kettle fire with a flint strike and nothing else, right? Come on, doesn't that make up for the donuts and the biscuits? No one said that bugging out and survival had to be uncomfortable, innit? We like to bug out and survival with style. 57 votes, my man. Not too bad. Yummy. This is actually a really nice donut. Thank you, Magic Hand, for the donuts. Oh no. Was it a direct hit? I think it was. It was a direct hit of jam on the mic cable. Dun dun dun. Tucked by V1 in the house. So I got a splodge of jam there on the floor, but it's all right. Do you know my old boss from back in the day? By the way, I broke the rule about licking my lips. Right, let's get my iPad over there quickly, because we'll need that in a minute. But we need some wet wipes first to sort this jam out on the mic cable. No one wants jam on the mic cable. And we need to talk about what's been going on in 2024, because there's been lots of things going on that we need to remind ourselves. This is kind of like this is supposed to be the 2024 wrap up, and so far all we've done is eaten donuts, made fire in a Kelly kettle, made a cup of tea, and I think that's about all we've done so far. And we've also cleaned the jam off the mic cable. But yeah, my old boss used to say to me,
This is like executive consultancy stuff, right? And his expression was, "Oh, who took the jam out of your donut?" So this is my new makeshift rubbish bin, look. So that was his, "Oh, why are you in such a bad mood? Oh, who took the jam out of your donut?" Is that an American phrase as well, or is that just a British thing? And I don't know, maybe it's not even a British thing. I mean, maybe I'm just making it up, no one's heard of it before. "Oh, who took the jam out of your donut?" So I'm going to have another swig of tea that should still be nice and warm in my insulated cup. Thank you, Xavier. Cheers, everyone. Oh, look, we've got steam coming off it. Can you see it? Oh, yummy. That's as hot as when I left it. Yummy. Yeah, I'm liking my cup idea. Well done, Drew. If I was double jointed, I'd pat myself on the back and everything. Do Americans even put jam in donuts? Paul C in the house. Great to see you, man. One of our super duper VIP Patreon members. Thank you for the way you support us, Paul. Really appreciate you. Right, head torch. Don't need that. Oh, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to have a little look-see. I made a little list. It's not even little, actually. I made an exhaustive list of all the stuff that was going on in 2024. This is how much work I put into, you know, the amount of love that I have for you, right? So this is essentially like all the things that went down in 2024, right? And now I just roughed out some things that that sort of came to mind, you know what I mean? Just off the top of my head, and then I referred to perplexity to try and put it in some sort of order. And do you know what? I actually went through my screenshots on my iPad, because when I come across like new stuff from my sources, I'll do like a screenshot. Pedigree Mongrel, one of our moderators, great to see you, my darling. Belong to donuts, just reading the comments about donuts. Jelly and donuts, sorry, yeah. Who took the jelly out of your donut? We love donuts, says Meaty Boy. Of course you do. But do you have the phrase, "Who took the jelly out of your donut" in America to say someone's like not in a happy place? So here's some of the things that I banged out, right? And I was looking through my screenshots of stuff, and Jodie Donuts rock. So here's some of the things that went down in 2024, right? So back in January, don't forget, we had the Neuralink was performed on the first human implant, right? Who remembers that? The Neuralink stuff, that all went quiet, didn't it? Right? No one's really talked about that since. If you can't hear the wind, then you can see the wind rocking my tripod right now. I can't eat donuts anymore, says Tuck by everyone. He's allergic, and I can't see a Dunkin' Donuts, and he can see a Dunkin' Donuts from his house. That's just torture. So you had Neuralink. In February, we had King Charles III diagnosed with cancer, bless him, right? Again, we haven't heard much more about that, with King Charles being diagnosed with cancer. That happened back in February of 2024. And also in February, there was the Rothschild thing. Yeah, Jacob Rothschild passed away, also in February this year. Let us know. He's already training off Neuralinks, says Pedigree Mongrel. Who pissed on your cornflakes, my dad said, rather than who took the jelly out of your donut. There's always room for Jello, Joey Trippiani. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, what have I started? So yeah, let us know what also that stood out for you in 2024. Don't forget, if I don't mention it, but these were just the things that I was mentioning. And then I tried to get AI to fill in some gaps, but it wasn't amazingly great. But I'll tell you one thing that was quite interesting that came of it, and I'll tell you that in a minute. But February to March, we had the Kate Middleton extended absence from public appearances sparks speculation, right? So there was that whole thing where Kate Middleton sort of somewhat went missing. Meaty Boy there saying, yeah, the Neuralink stuff is sus. It is, isn't it? Especially combined with the AI elements of things, right? Which is another big thing in 2024, sorry. Has anyone heard about farmers planning to blockade supermarkets? Oh, I haven't heard about that. I have heard it's still ongoing though. So March the 22nd, we had the thing going on at Crocker City Hall in Russia that took out 100. I can't believe I'm giving myself hiccups. Took out 145 people. Oh wow. Also in March this year we had what about peanut butter jelly jam donut? I don't think they do that. But they had the Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore collapses after the ship collision. Do you remember that? Yeah? Where that ship just like randomly went bosh and hit that bridge. I don't know what's even going on with that bridge. Did they get it rebuilt yet and stuff or what? I'm not sure. But no, 6 people got logged out of the admin from that one. There was Iran doing its thing as well in April. And then you know who does you know what back to Iran in response, right? April and May had the pro-Palestinian protests on college campuses, leading to thousands of arrests and stuff as well. Had all that going on, right? What else? Oh yeah. Do you know what's funny, right? As I gave the AI a whole bunch of stuff, including stuff like Trump being shot, was one of the things that I had in my list that I gave it, right? So I gave it about 25 things that I just thought of that was in my list that I'd been making over the last week or two thinking about this show. And you know, some of the things that stood out to me over the last year. And I had in there about Trump shooting. I had like multiple Trump shootings is what I had on there. And do you know what? When it splurged out my list plus the ones that it added in, it removed the one about Trump being shot, but instead it put in there May 30th, Donald Trump found guilty of 34 felony counts related to hush money payments. What? It's like, hold on a minute. So you remove the bit and don't even include the thing about the Trump getting shot, but yet you've got in here about Donald Trump found guilty of 34 felony counts, that wasn't even what it was anyway. It's like, oh, it's so annoying. What else? So European Parliament election, no one cares about that. July 21st, Joe Biden withdraws from the presidential race. The Tate brothers got arrested as well, didn't they, this year? The Boeing whistleblowers, right? They had all the Boeing having their problems with things, you know, falling off quite a lot. Yeah. Don't forget the squirrel and the raccoon that were put down by whoever it was, right? Not the EPA. Who is it? It might be the EPA, Environmental Agency or whatever. They put the raccoon, the pet raccoon and the pet squirrel, they just basically unalived them, right? Wasn't it the Miami fires as well? We had the Paris Olympics where we had the Last Supper. Do you remember the Last Supper thing with all like the, you know, the questionable things going on with the Olympics, was it the introductory to it? Yeah. Yeah, Biden. Tate's arrested again. Yeah, that was it, the Maui wildfires, wasn't it? I've got Miami here, was it Maui? And then you got Susan Wojcicki, the ex-CEO of YouTube. Bless her cotton socks, she passed away. Talking about crunchy peanut butter versus smooth peanut butter now. There was also the lesbian cop versus the girl. Do you remember that? In the UK, there was the girl that said that lesbian cop reminded her of a lesbian auntie or something like that, and she got arrested for it. Squirrel and Fred Raccoon, that's it. Sad that was. There was the whole B4 blue hair business as well. the Patriots marches was a major waking up time in the UK. Oh, thanks band again. That was messed up. I forgot about that squirrel. Yeah, it's bad news, man. I mean, obviously you've got P Diddy as well. The whole P Diddy thing we got going on at the same time as it all. What else? Yeah, the Syria thing kicking off with Bashar al-Assad fleeing Syria, right? The Jaguar rebranding is another thing we've had to deal with this year. Oh dear. I had a squirrel bite me 8 times. It didn't even need stitches, says Tuck by V1. Time for another sip of my should still be warm tea. Don't forget this is an active as well as 2024 year in review. It's also an active Secret Prepper survival gear review of this. My new for Christmas, thank you to my son Xavier, Secret Prepper Junior, who got me this thermal stainless steel double walled flask thing, which is like for meals, but I think it's actually good for a big jumbo cup that keeps my tea warm in between sips. Oh man, and keep it warm it does. I'm not even sure we're going to need to boil the kettle up again. We were going to dunk some biscuits into the tea, weren't we? But I'm feeling all right actually. After obviously I've had my donut, which was nice. So, are you liking the scene, by the way? Are you liking the spot? Let us know if you're liking the spot. It's obviously a little bit thin on the ground because it's like winter time, so there's no leaves or anything. There's usually lots of bushy stuff going on here and it would look lovely, but it's a bit thin on the ground for foliage to even be lit up. But I hope you're liking it nonetheless and you're feeling like you're there with me, live in the woods. Every end of the year, 3 planes will and always have crashed. That's interesting. France rioting isn't technically news as it occurs so often, yeah. Though Nord Stream pipeline severance, wasn't that the year before? Don't tell me that was this year as well, was it? The Palestine train derailment? God, it's getting really cold now, I tell you. There's no way that's only 5 degrees centigrade. Paul C. Major flooding in nearly every European country this year, especially Spain. Yeah, I've got that on the list. Good one, Paul. In fact, I did a separate list, Paul, of natural disasters because there seem to be a couple. Thank you for people who are contributing live in the chat. Junior Giga Chad, classic. Thank you to those of you that are putting your own ideas of things that stood out for you in 2024. So January we had Tropical Storm Alvaro causes 19 fatalities. You got European windstorm Hank and Ellie. France experiences severe flooding. This is January. Powerful nor'easter, remember that, hits the northeastern United States. In February we had Chile. Chile suffers from extensive wildfires. You've got avalanche in Afghanistan's Nuristan province, which took out 25 people. Pretty sure I reported on that at the time. Smokehouse Creek fire ravages Texas and Oklahoma. And then March through April, we had the Afghanistan-Pakistan floods begin. That was one of the year's deadliest events, that one. And then you had the Southeast Asia experiences an intense heat wave. This is all in March and April, right? Central Asian floods affect multiple countries, and you've got Persian Gulf region faces significant flooding as well, right? So in May, we got the Anga landslide in Papua New Guinea. That was resulting in up to 2,000 people, yeah. Cyclone Remel causes 85 fatalities. Pakistan endures a severe heat wave. This is in May. And then in June and July, we've got the Canadian wildfires causing widespread damage. Hurricane Beryl forms in the Atlantic, remember that? Sulawesi landslide occurs in Indonesia. And then in August we had Typhoon Yagi. That was like 844 people, yeah. September there was the Hurricane Helene, remember that, right? Resulting in 235 people, yeah. We had also the Central European countries experience severe flooding in September, and in October was the Spain, yeah, with the flooding and that you were just talking about, leading to 231 people being unalived. And then Tropical Storm Trami caused 178 people to be, right, this is October. What else we got? I listed a couple of things for global conflicts and stuff. Ongoing conflicts in Gaza, Ukraine and Sudan intensify. Record number of 56 conflicts involved in 92 nations across borders. This is what I worked out to be going on in 2024. Right, 56 conflicts involving 92 nations. Global conflict-related unalivements reach 162,000, the second highest toll in 30 years in 2024, right? The Sudan crisis displaces 12 million people, yeah, including 4.6 million children, man. Yeah, this is bad news, right? 24.8 million people in Sudan require humanitarian assistance. Up to 300 million people worldwide need humanitarian aid. This is for 2024, right? Hurricane Milton, don't forget, right? In October, causing $60 billion in damage, right? And 25 people getting unalived in that one. Big earthquake in Japan in January, over 280 people unalive then as well. Las Vegas heat wave, there was 342 people taken out in the Las Vegas heat wave with temperatures around 50 degrees. Yeah, way over 100. And then you had the Hajj pilgrimage as well. The severe heat wave there led to over 1,300 heat-related unalivements during that, right? And then Texas recorded its largest wildfire, burning 426,000 hectares, man. So total economic impact of these events reached hundreds of billions of dollars, with the United States alone experienced over $30 billion in insurance claims from tornadoes, hailstones and wind events in the first half of the year. Do you see what I am talking about? Right, so 2024, are we going to be happy to see the back of it? Yes, I think we are. Yes, I think we are. And it's freezing. It's freezing. Schumann resonance is high, has been since the coronal mass ejection 2 days ago, says Tracy. Yeah, there's lots of stuff popping off the sun at the moment. I did say we need to look out for that one that was coming around. Plane crashes as well, says Peggy Rongle, yep. We mentioned the Boeing stuff with all the whistleblowers going missing. Did you see the video of that one of the let's have a look. So here's a video here that people are showing. This is like a new technology that Russia's using, where they've got these drones that are fixed wing plane drones, right? And they've got quadcopter drones under their wing, each wing, and so they can drop them, and they can basically drop these drones. They can fly them out to a distance and then drop these drones off in the battlefield. Another thing been going on this week is the Red Bull soapbox race, which is just classic. People make their own little go-karty things. They got to get down the whole course through bumpy bits, swervy bits, chicane bits, and other bits. And so I think this one did really well. But these guys are absolute crazies, man. This is the end of the race, right? That's how they end. So you had that going on as well. Was it this week or the week before? Let's have a look. I think I've got so basically if you don't want to see the plane crash, then don't look. So, hence the fact that only 2 people survived, right? It's bad news. You don't expect that. So in the UK, it's over 15,000 soldiers quit. Was a screenshot I took this week. So it's like the lowest number of soldiers in the UK at the moment that it's ever been. It's just quite worrying. So we need to, don't know what's going to come of that. Hold on. Where's that? So I got one here I want to show you. If I can find it. Why is it showing there but not in my main list? I don't want you to have to see. I don't want you to have to see him. Yes, why not put a concrete wall at the end of the runway? Yeah, good one. Good one. 24th of December.
Okay, now that we got the ring sorted out, we can move on to the topic at hand.
This
Mom,
is nasty.
Could you get me my Frodo ring? I
Oh,
want it
hold on.
here.
This is bad lip reading, it's called.
Now that we got the ring sorted out, we can move on to the topic at hand, which is
He's
the
such a freak,
concerns
this
that
guy.
have been raised. Need water, okay. Now, as I was saying, there's been a lot of concern about people's private information and how. Okay, how about you just chug the water? I want you to cut it off. Are you blowing bubbles? I'm gonna have to spank you. Okay, now you good? I swear, it's like he's got a mask on. Listen, kid, blink if you're not a lamp. Whoa.
Oh, it's just so.
We'd like you to make a little smile just to show that.
Nasty. It's not even funny. Let me know if just the sight of the dude makes you go funny. Oh, I am absolutely freezing. Let me know if you're all right there in the chat. People are demoralised. Same with Americans military. Yeah, the slurps. I know it's nasty, isn't it? Yeah, lots of people talking about the concrete wall at the end of the runway. Big cats in UK have been proved to exist. Interesting. I'd never get on a plane, says Yorkshire Pud. Do you know, theoretically, or should I say statistically speaking, flying, I do, Sandy, I got a secret, we've got a secret bromance, me and Mark Zuckerberg, yeah. It's so secret, even Ian and I don't know about it. Isn't there just, Stella? Isn't there just? Lizard man. Brilliant. Oh, God, it's so freezing cold, it's not even funny. Oh, but not my tea, even though this was about an hour ago that we made my tea. Was it an hour ago or something? I reckon it must have been. Look, we've still got steam coming out of it. Yeah? Can you see it, or is the wind blowing it away too bad? Oh. Cheers, everyone. Love, peace and progress to this beautiful wolf pack. Thank you for following with me for 2024. Really looking forward to 2025 with everyone. I think 25 is going to be the year that we're going to be thankful that we're prepared. Let's put it that way. Warm here, no probs, says Band again. That's nice, isn't it? That makes me feel better. Oh, it's all right for you. Oh, put my bladed items away. Do you know the only reason I have this, the only thing I use this one for, this is an Opinel number 9, is it, or number 8? Number 8. So this is an Opinel number 8, and the back edge of this is really nice for the ferrocerium rod. I don't think we're going to need to make another cup of tea, to be honest, and boil up the kettle again. I'm not sure what the time is actually. Can Sandy let us know what the time is in the UK, or someone in the UK? I know I've been streaming for about 75 minutes, so an hour and 15 minutes, so you need a Zippo hand warmer there. Great. Do you know, I do actually have one of them somewhere in some shelf drawer somewhere. Oh, okay. Past midnight. I've got the number 7, says Antonia. I've got the number 8, so no. And it's tactical grey. Yeah, I do like it for my flint strike. It's really good. It's perfect. Yeah. So midnight. So happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. Do you know, I did figure out that for our anniversary, 2025 anniversary show, our 2025 New Year's celebration show that we'll be doing tomorrow, should I say later today, it occurred to me that our friends in Australia, Carolyn and Urban Harvesting and the like, their New Year's Day for me is going to be about 1 p.m. Happy New Year's Eve. Resolutions, I don't do resolutions in January, I do them in April the 1st. If you look at the channel start date of this channel, you'll see this indeed was also started on the 1st of April. That's its birthday, because the 1st of April was the original New Year's Day, don't forget, until they started messing around with it and changing it from 13 months of 28 days, 4 weeks into 12 months and started messing it all about, and then changed New Year to be not when everything's new and is budding and comes out of hibernation, and life begins in Easter time when everything starts new and the leaves start blossoming. That's April, right? So I don't make New Year's resolutions, because New Year's resolutions in April. So any business ventures, any brands, any product development that's a big thing, I always make sure the launch date is on April the 1st. It's just a thing, because that's the real New Year, when everything's starting. But in terms of the normal human, what everyone else would consider to be Happy New Year's Eve, Happy New Year's Eve. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a major live show. I thought New Year's Eve was 31st. It is the 31st for me right now, only just. We're 15 minutes into being the 31st, aren't we? Yes, it's... Look. 31st December. Forgot I got my iPad there, so I got the time on it. Where's my folding Gerber? Where is the Gerber? Have I been robbed? I think I've been robbed. Or did I put it in here? I seem to have lost my main. No, I haven't lost anything. I seem to have forgotten where I've put. Oh, there's my ferrocerium rod. Oh, there it is. Is what we're looking for. Don't really need this to be left open. Make it secure. Putting everything together. I'll tell you what, I am absolutely frozen. Listen to him making excuses. Because the thing is, you see, is if I make another cup of tea on the Kelly kettle, then I've got to worry about waiting for it to cool down before I can put it back in my bag to carry it in my bag to go somewhere. I think I'm going to have a cigarette quickly. 4.5 hours for me to be New Year's Eve. Yep. So later on today, it's going to be about 1 p.m. UK time is what's going to be New Year's if I start doing the timeline as Australia. So, and I can't be going all the way through till midnight my time and then go all the way through to like midnight East Coast and as far as across America as I can get as well, right? That's the idea. So I think we're going to start probably about maybe 11 p.m. tomorrow UK time, maybe 10 p.m. We'll see. So we're ready for maybe 11 UK time. We'll just have to wish the Australians Happy New Year then. And then we've got lots of things lined up for that. Should took some bacon in a pan, says Band again. I'm pushing the boat out, just coming here to make tea, to be honest. Right, gonna have my break time cigarette with my cup of tea. I'll take that wood away with me that I brought. It's really nice stuff, actually. Still got the bark on it here, look. But yeah, once you split it down. But yeah, I did take this from home. Yeah, I had a block that I split down. That I brought with me, so I'll be packing that back up into the bag. I've got like a Ziploc bag, so I'll put that back in there and take it with me, which is quite good for next time. So we're liking the lighting. Wim Hof says relaxing to the cold, it's good for you. Yeah, man. Do you know, I often turn my shower onto cold before I get out of it. I have a hot shower and then no, I took a what was I talking about? So I just saw a comment pop up from a video that's up there and it's totally thrown me off. I don't even know what I was talking about now. Can't get my lighter out either. It's because it's stuck on my O-light. So I think the setup's looking alright. I'm quite happy with the setup now in terms of having the there's not been any super chats tonight, has there? I hope I haven't missed anyone. Can I even see anywhere? I don't think there's been any super chats. If there has, then I can't see it. What's this? Oh, what's that? Retouch. What's that? Don't want that. Don't know what this is. Oh, I see. It's a highlight. That's not what I want. I think there's been zero. I don't think there's been any super chats, so I'm not missing anyone. We regret to be buried in permafrost or tsunami, says Buffer B. Great to see you with us. Yeah, Edinburgh celebrations have been cancelled because of weather. I was going to say about that. It's interesting, isn't it? There's been lots of over a year free due to unconditional collapse. Oh man, sorry to hear, Yorkshire, but thinking about going for a snow walk barefoot. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I have a shower, right? I have a shower, like a nice warm shower, right? And then when it gets to the end and I'm done and I've washed my hair and I've brushed my teeth, I'll brush my teeth in the shower usually, and I've done all that business and I'm kind of ready to get out, I'll go clunk clunk onto cold, so it's still spurting out a full chat, but I'll put it onto cold and it takes about 30 seconds to go from hot to freezing cold, and I just keep my head on the shower and it turns cold and it's like, you know, it makes you go like that and your breathing goes crazy and your heart rate boosts up. I'm sure that's why it's good for you. But I do that for maybe a couple of minutes, maybe a minute and a half, and I'll turn around slowly, step by step, an eighth of a turn at a time, so that the cold's beating down on the back of my neck, down my back, on my chest. And when it's freezing cold, it really makes you go like this. And you do feel like full of beans afterwards, right? But yeah, I can feel the wind picking up already. I don't know if you can start hearing it on the microphone, the wind noise, but you can probably see the tripod rocking in the wind. Right, luckily I've got my back to it. It's coming straight through here. There's nothing behind me. Well, there's an open field, but this is theoretically in a bit of a valley. So I thought it would be quite shielded, but obviously not. Sparking up myself, says Tracy J, sorry. Williams wonders. You're a brave man, Drew. Do you know what? It's about putting yourself out your comfort zone. Particularly doing the things that you don't want to do, particularly because you don't want to do them, right? Like, do you think I wanted to come here in the middle of the freezing cold, in the pitch black, in the middle of the woods, of all the wildlife buzzing around me, and the prospect of some axe murderer turning up at any moment, right? I haven't even got Hugo Bear here protecting me. Yeah? Lighting a fire with a flint strike on purpose rather than a lighter, just, do you know what I mean? These are all choices that most people don't make those choices for themselves. They always choose convenience and, right? But this is how you gain these skills. This is how you figure stuff out, do you know what I mean? This is how you become a stronger person, because you're purposely putting yourself in discomfort and doing without things. And believe me, and when the crisis comes, you're going to need to know how to deal with discomfort. That's first and foremost, is the mindset, right? So if you can already have the mindset and the willpower to put yourself in that situation just to test yourself. Do you know, Pedigree Mongrel was talking about, I could have done with my fleece blanket. You're absolutely right, because I've got one of them. You think Magic Hand's going to be sitting out here in the blooming freezing cold? Absolutely not. Not unless shit hit the fan and we're bugged out. That's the whole point. And then I can make it comfortable for our family, knowing all the things that go wrong, and you know. But the problem is I just couldn't fit. I wouldn't have fitted my fleece blanket in my bag along with the battery packs, the electric fleece blanket. I wouldn't have fit it in there. It's already a bit of a struggle because I've got like the flasks and I've got the Kelly kettle in a separate bag as well. Plus I've got this camping chair over my shoulder and my bag as well. You did say about taking it, yeah. It is all right. I mean, the temperature's not horrific. It's not like -1 like it was when I had the electric blanket last time. But it's not comfortable, especially with this wind raging in from the back, yeah. So how are we getting on with the live poll? I'm not sure. I can't even see what the results of the live poll are. I'm not sure where I can get to it. How do we get to the live poll? Do we know? I don't think we can. No wind sound. I'm well surprised about that. If I whip this microphone out and then it comes on the phone's microphones, you will hear it big time. It's actually a constant stream as well. It's not like gusty. It's like constantly go woo, like past my ears. It's freezing. I might have to put my hood up again. We might have to get G for gang signs. Oh man. But yeah, I think how long we've been going? 88 minutes. So that's nearly an hour and a half, isn't it? Got to have a knee blanket in all situations. I have a knee pillow. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sandy. So World War III is it looking like the highest? And yeah, thank you. So it's looking like, in terms of the live poll tonight, maybe Chrissy can screenshot it for me so I can put it on the Discord after party. Do join Discord if you haven't done. It's a great place to make friends and to learn all about prepping and survival, amongst others, and also to get announcements when I'm going live and stuff. So yeah, we could be in for a really bad winter. Like I said, there's people talking about squirrels that are burrowing their collections together, which usually means it's going to be a really bad winter. So it's called keeping it real, says Tracy J. War, then economy came top. Okay, interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, don't forget, we'll be resuming next week. We'll be resuming the Warzone Wednesdays. If you haven't caught up with the Warzone Wednesdays, I would encourage doing that, because we've got quite a far through now. We've on episode 4. We'll be doing episode 5 next. So we've talked about drone warfare. We talked about electromagnetic pulse, EMP, warfare, and then we'll be carrying on with that series as of from next week. So next week will be Warzone Wednesday. Of course, tomorrow is New Year's Day, so it didn't seem appropriate. And tomorrow being today, because it's past midnight for me, is now New Year's Eve, right? So we're going to be doing a show for New Year's Eve as well, don't forget. Probably be going live about 11 PM UK time or something, in time to celebrate the British New Year's Eve, and then they will carry on through the night until we hit the American New Year's Eve, and we'll work through the timelines as much as we can go. That'll be the plan. So yeah, hopefully you can join us for that. For those that can't, then Happy New Year to you now, and of course I've got lots of stuff coming for the new year. We'll be talking about that more tomorrow in the show with a few ideas of some things that I want to do throughout 2025, and we'll talk a bit more about some of the things that we think may hit the fan in 2025, because these are the things that we're going to need to make sure we're prepared for the most. So if we can try and get a good idea of what we think is the most likely scenario to kick off, or scenarios, then we'll need to work through that. But in the meantime, as well, straight after the live show for the New Year's Eve, I will be doing the Ultimate Guide to Winter Prepping book, which will be a free download for you all. So I'm looking forward to getting that out to you as my New Year's gift. And then I'll be getting the Ultimate Guide to Prepping, the Ultimate Prepping Guide, sorry, which is like the full 350-page book. That'll be out first quarter of 2025, ideally, as well, is the plan. So yeah, we need to watch out for what the squirrels are doing, what the wildlife is up to. I'm just checking out the Kelly kettle. Looks like all the embers have gone out, so I'll be emptying that over behind the bushes. So they're all totally cooled down. I'll be able to put that back in my pack all quite nicely, and not have to worry about melting my bag that I have it in, which is a DD Tarps waterproof folding bag, yeah, which I use for that. So I'll jump into, I'll be doing a circus tent after this, by the way, to Daily Survival and Sandy. So if you want to join me in the circus tent afterwards, that'd be cool, while I'm packing up and stuff. But I'm going to make my way back because it's freezing cold, and it's obviously past midnight. So ideally, thank you very much, Daily Survival. She's put the live poll results on Discord, so we can capture that. There doesn't even seem to be a way for me to end the live poll from here, to be honest. But so end result is Band Again wants to still be alive by the end of 2025. That is what we're aiming for. That's what we're here for, to learn how to make sure we can do that. So yeah, catch up with us in the circus tent afterwards, Chrissy and Sandy, if you're able to, because that'd be cool. While I'm packing up, and I've got all my little things to pack up here, my Kelly kettle. I hope you enjoyed me making tea live, as it would be in a bug out scenario. This is how I would roll, using the Kelly kettle, making tea, making food, you know, cutting up wood. I'd obviously have my bug out bag with my axe rather than just my folding knife. But so I'm going to get all this packed up and get back home, and get ready for the show tomorrow. Which is going to be a long one, so I need to make sure I've got a nice bit of sleep before tomorrow. I'm late, says my 2 Up 2 Down Castle. Well, you can always hit rewind. I'll make sure this stream is watchable after it's been live, so you can rewind and catch up and see what we got up to and what we talked about. Not a lot, me making tea in the wild, which I've still got tea left, and let's see, as part of our survival gear review, if we've still got steam coming out. Yes, we have. Look at that, beautiful. The wind's blowing it big time, so you probably can't see it, but you see, roasting hot. If this was just in my normal Kelly kettle steel cup that's not insulated, believe me, this would be freezing cold. Oh, look at Williams Wanderers. See you tomorrow. Thank you so very much. Look, our first super chat tonight. Thank you so very much. Tonight's show is entirely sponsored by Williams Wanderers. Thank you so much. I'm trying to hit the love button. There you go. What a superstar. Cheers to William Wanderers. Cheers to you. That paid for the sugar cubes. Thank you so very much. Yummy, and I'm really impressed with my flask as well. This is a Thermos branded meal flask, I think they call it. It's got a little spoon that comes on top of it, but it is thermally insulated and it's a lovely cup size. And the rim's actually quite comfortable to drink from. So I'm quite happy about that. Cheers, everyone. And it's about 500 millilitres, about 20 ounces. Oh, look at Sandy, what a babe being with the super chats. Let me give that some love. Thank you, Sandy, I really appreciate supporting the show the way you do. Thank you very much for enduring the enduring outdoors. You have done more than Bear Grylls in a hotel at 12 p.m. What superstar. I fell asleep on a sofa. I'll be awake all night now. Do you know, it's funny because I've been doing that. I've actually had, I don't do naps usually, but I have actually had some naps over the last couple of days. I think that is just normal for that whole period between Christmas and New Year. It's just kind of the way it goes down. I think I'm going to save that last little sip from when I've got everything packed up and I'm about to set off back home. It's about a half hour, 45-minute walk back home, so it's a reasonable journey, and I've got a reasonable amount of stuff to carry as well, because don't forget I've not just got the Kettle and stuff like that, but I've also got the tripod, the lights and all that kind of stuff, and the tripod mount is quite chunky and heavy, plus the camping chair. Are you feeling sorry for me yet? Thank you so very much, everyone. I've really enjoyed having this time with you and being out in the wilderness here in 2024. What a year it's been. Thank you to each and every one of you that's joined me for it and helped me get through it. It's been a real struggle as a business to get through, running on literally fumes for a whole year, and we've only just been monetized for like the last 3 weeks or something, 2 weeks on YouTube, so we're still finding our way. We're finding our way where I've had to start again on this channel, and thank you to everyone that's allowed it to happen as far as we've got so far. But in the meantime, hi Julie, great to see you, my darling. Thank you for being with us. Do make sure you rewind and watch it. Onwards and upwards, brother, says UK Open Prepper. Thank you, my man, and hope to see you tomorrow for the New Year's Eve party if you're going to be around at any point in time. It'd be great to see your name pop up, my man. And we'll maybe have some guests on tomorrow as well, while we're chatting about things in between the timelines of New Year's Eve, depending what time people are up. So that's the plan. So thank you to each and every one of you for being such a wonderful bunch. Thank you, Robert, as well, for being here. Love to you and your granddaughters and the wider family. What an absolute bunch of wonderful peeps you are. Love to you all. Love, peace and progress to the pack. And in the meantime, I shall see you in the next one tomorrow. I'll get that show scheduled in the morning and then you'll see me. And just pop in and say hi at some point during the night, doing the New Year's Eve specials. But in the meantime, thank you to everyone who voted live in the chat. Thank you to those that hit the like button. And I shall see you in the next one. Love, peace and progress to the pack. Love to you all.